Code Blue, Room 3. Patient with gunshot wound to the chest, losing blood fast. I run down the corridor of Boston Memorial, hands already preparing for trauma protocol. When I enter the emergency room, there is blood everywhere. The patient is unconscious. Paramedics shouting. Entry wound near the heart. Blood pressure dropping. I do not think. I act. Compress the wound. Establish airway. My hands work on autopilot. I have saved hundreds of lives. But then I wipe the blood from his face to check responsiveness. And everything stops. Alexander Sterling. I recognize the face immediately, even covered in blood. Everyone who works at Boston Memorial knows his face, even if they have never seen him in person. He is the billionaire who bought our hospital 6 months ago. CEO of Sterling Medical Group, the richest man in Boston. He stays in the executive offices, board meetings. I am a night shift nurse. Our worlds have never crossed. Until now. Until he is dying in my hands. Tell us which country you're watching from? I love knowing how far these stories travel. Now let's continue. Focus, Lily. It does not matter who he is. What matters is keeping him alive. I work faster now. More intensely. I check the wound again. The bullet entered near the heart. Too close. If I do not stabilize the hemorrhaging in the next 2 minutes, he will not survive. Compress. Pressure. More pressure. His vital signs are dropping. Erratic heart rate. He is going into hypovolemic shock. I scream for O-negative blood. Scream for the surgeon on call. I scream because I cannot let him die. Not here. Not like this. And then his eyes open. Just a sliver. He is semi-conscious. Disoriented. But his eyes find mine. And there is something in that look that does not make sense. Recognition. As if he was waiting for me. As if he knew I would be here. His lips move. He tries to speak. I lean closer, even knowing I should keep him quiet. And he whispers one word. Just one. But it is enough to make my entire world collapse. Elena. My body freezes. My fingers stop mid-motion. Elena. Nobody calls me that. Not for 3 years. Not since I entered witness protection and became Lily Harrison. Not since I witnessed a crime that almost cost me my life. Not since I changed my name, my hair, my entire life. Elena Rossi died 3 years ago. Or so I thought. How does he know that name? How does a billionaire CEO from Boston know a name that even the government should not be able to trace? There is no time to process. He is losing consciousness again. His eyes close. Heart monitor firing alerts. I push the panic down and return to nurse mode. Stabilize patient. Save life. Questions can wait. Death cannot. Surgeon arrives running. We begin preparation for emergency surgery. Transfer to operating room in 3 minutes. I maintain pressure on the wound while we move the gurney. My fingers are covered in his blood. And my mind is screaming that single word. Elena. He knows. Somehow, impossibly, he knows who I really am. 4 hours later, he is in recovery. Successful surgery. Bullet removed. Lung repaired. He will survive. I should be relieved. But all I can think about is that name, Elena. How? Why? I sit in the empty break room, still wearing a blood-stained coat. My hands shake as I try to process. And then I realize something I should have noticed before. For the past 6 months, since Sterling Medical Group took over this hospital, everything changed. Enhanced security. Cameras in every corridor. New protocols that seemed paranoid. I thought it was just a billionaire CEO afraid of lawsuits. But what if it was not? What if it was something more? 3 years ago, I was Elena Rossi. I worked as an administrative assistant at a pharmaceutical company in Chicago. Small office. Quiet job. Until I saw something I should not have. Documents about illegal trafficking of controlled medications. Millions of dollars in drugs being diverted. Sold on the black market. People dying. I took the evidence to the FBI, testified against powerful executives, and then the threats started. Death threats. Kidnapping attempts. My apartment broken into. The FBI put me in witness protection. New identity, new life, and I ran. I always ran when I was afraid. Lily Harrison was born in a government office with fake paperwork and a promise of safety. They sent me to Boston. Far from Chicago, far from danger. I got a job as a nurse at Boston Memorial. Night shift work to avoid too much interaction. I kept my head down. Built a small, invisible life. And for 3 years, it worked. Nobody found me. Nobody knew. Until tonight. Until Alexander Sterling whispered my real name while dying in my arms. I need to see him. I need to know how he found out. I get up from the break room and walk to the ICU. It is 3 in the morning. Hospital is quiet. My footsteps echo in the empty corridor. Security guards are positioned outside his room. This is new. CEOs do not have armed guards in hospitals. But they let me pass. They recognize my nurse badge. I enter his room. The lights are low. Monitors beeping softly. He is sleeping. Still sedated from the anesthetics. I should leave, but I cannot. I approach his bed. He looks different now. Not like the untouchable CEO from corporate photos. He looks human. Vulnerable. There are bandages covering his chest. Tubes and wires connected to him. I check his vital signs automatically. Stable blood pressure. Normal heart rate. Good oxygen saturation. He is recovering well. And then his eyes open. Alert. Focused. As if he was not sedated at all. As if he was waiting for me to enter. You should be resting, I say, keeping my voice professional. He looks at me for a long moment. Then he speaks, voice hoarse but clear. I am resting, now that I know you are safe. My heart races. You said my name. In the emergency room. How do you know that name? He tries to sit up. I automatically move to help him, adjusting the bed. I know many things about you, Elena. Or do you prefer Lily now? Do not use that name here. I whisper intensely. Someone might hear. He gestures around the room. This entire floor is under my security. Nobody is listening unless I allow it. You are not just a CEO, am I? He smiles. But it is sad. No, I am not. Who are you? Someone who has been looking for you for a very long time. Someone who bought an entire hospital just to keep you safe. My stomach sinks. You bought Boston Memorial because of me? 6 months ago, when I finally traced your location. You tracked me. My voice rises. How? Why? He looks at me with something that seems like regret. Because the danger you ran from 3 years ago never went away, Elena. They are still looking for you. And I could not let them find you. Who are you? I ask again, more firmly this time. My name is Alexander Sterling. That is true. But before I was CEO, I was something else. Federal agent, FBI. I worked corporate crimes. I was part of the team that investigated the pharmaceutical case you testified in. My world tilts. You were on the case? I was. And when you disappeared into witness protection, I kept investigating. I discovered things. Things the FBI did not find. Connections that went deeper. What kind of connections? He hesitates, then speaks. The pharmaceutical company you exposed? It was just the tip. There were other companies involved, powerful people, including someone from my own family. His face darkens, my uncle. He was one of the primary investors in the trafficking scheme. When I found out, I confronted him. He threatened me. Threatened you too. Said the witness who destroyed his business would pay. I realized you were still in danger. Even in protection. So you left the FBI? To protect me? I left because I could not protect you from within the system. Too much red tape. Too many rules. But as a private billionaire with unlimited resources, I could do anything. So I built an empire. Made a fortune. Used every resource to track you. It took 3 years. But I found you, here. In Boston. Working at this hospital. And you just bought the hospital? I bought it because it was the only way to guarantee your safety without exposing you. I installed the best security. Hired the best doctors. Upgraded all equipment. Everything to ensure that if something happened, you would have the best chance of survival. Like tonight. He nods. Like tonight. The gunshot wound. It was not random, was it? No, men from my uncle, they found out I located you. Tried to eliminate me before I could warn you. The bullet was meant for me, I whisper. The realization hitting me. Probably. But they will have to go through me first. I look at this man, this stranger who sacrificed everything. You are crazy. You know that. Spent years. Millions of dollars. Almost died. For someone you do not even know. His eyes meet mine. I know you, Elena. I read all your depositions. Watched your interviews. Studied every decision you made. You are the bravest woman I have ever encountered. And I was not going to let courage like yours be punished. I am not brave, I say. I have been hiding for 3 years. That is not courage. You testified against a powerful criminal organization knowing you could die. You saved lives by exposing that scheme. And when they threatened you, you did not back down. That is courage. But I ran. Changed my name. Hid. You survived. There is courage in survival too. I feel tears burning my eyes. I have not cried in years. But something about the way he looks at me, as if I were worthy of everything he did, breaks something inside me. Why did you not tell me? When you found me 6 months ago, why did you not confront me? Because you seemed happy. Finally safe? I saw you at the hospital, smiling with colleagues. Laughing during breaks. Living. And I thought, if I show up and tell you everything, you would run again. You would live in fear again. I could not do that to you. So I decided to protect you silently. You would not need to know. You would just need to be safe. But now I know. Now everything has changed. He nods. Now you have a choice. You can run again. I can arrange a new identity, new documents, send you somewhere they will never find you, or you can stay and fight. With me. Together we can end this permanently. Arrest my uncle and whoever is working with him. But it will be dangerous. And you will need to trust me. Trust you? I barely know you. You tracked me. Invaded my privacy. Bought my workplace. I should be furious. You should be. He agrees. It is a violation on many levels. I will not apologize for keeping you alive, but I will apologize for not giving you the choice before. So I am giving it now. Stay or go. Either decision I will support. But know this, if you go, I will still protect you. Just from further away. I step away from the bed. This is too much. I need to think. Think about everything. He does not try to stop me. Just nods. Take your time. But Elena, I stop at the door. Thank you for saving my life tonight. You are as good as they say. I leave without answering. My mind spinning. My heart beating too fast. Everything I thought I knew about my life in the past hours has been revealed to be a lie. The next few days pass in a fog. I work my shifts. Care for patients. Avoid Alexander's floor. But I cannot stop thinking about what he said, about the choice he gave me, run or fight. I have spent 3 years running, built an entire life based on hiding. But what if I got tired of running? What if I wanted my life back? My name back? On the 3rd day, I receive a message. He was discharged, went home, but left an envelope for me at reception. I open it with shaking hands. Inside is a business card. Address in Beacon Hill, one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in Boston. And a handwritten note. If you decide to stay and fight, come see me. If you decide to run, destroy this and go. Either choice, you are safe. S. I stare at the note for an hour. Then I go home. My small apartment in Alston, place where I built my safe life. I look around. It is nice, comfortable, but it is not mine. None of this is really mine, because Lily Harrison does not exist. She is a ghost, a shadow. Elena Rossi exists, and she is tired of hiding. I grab the card, grab my keys, and drive to Beacon Hill. The neighborhood is exactly as I imagined. Historic brick houses, cobblestone streets, old and new money on every corner. I find the address. It is a mansion. Of course it is. I ring the doorbell. A man in a suit opens. Security. He recognizes me. Miss Harrison, Mr. Sterling is expecting you. He leads me through a house that looks like it came from a magazine. High ceilings. Art on the walls. Everything perfect and intimidating. Alexander is in an office, working on a laptop despite having been shot 3 days ago. He stands when he sees me. You came. I came. You decided? I decided I am tired of running. I am tired of being afraid. I am tired of being someone I am not. He smiles, and it is genuine. First time I see real joy on his face. So you will fight? I will fight. But I need to know everything, every detail, every danger, no secrets. He nods. No secrets. Promised. He spends the next hours showing me everything. Files about the original investigation. Evidence he collected over the past 3 years. Connections between his uncle and other executives, money laundering schemes, drug trafficking. Corruption on multiple levels. It is worse than I thought. Much worse. How many people are involved? He looks at the files. At least 20 we can prove. Probably more we have not tracked yet. And your uncle, where is he now? Alexander hesitates. That is the problem. He disappeared. 2 weeks ago. Right after he found out I located you. My investigators cannot find him. So he is in the wind? Planning. Waiting. He will not give up silencing you, Elena. You are the only living witness who can connect him to the original crime. Without you, his entire case falls apart. So what do? We make him come out of hiding. How? By using you as bait. Absolutely not. I say immediately. I will not let you put yourself in danger. I am already in danger, I point out. I have been for 3 years. At least this way I am controlling when and where. He does not like it. I can see it on his face. But he understands. Is there another way? I ask. He shakes his head. Not one that is fast. We can wait. Keep you hidden. But he will eventually find another way to get to you. Better it happens on our terms. What kind of plan do you have in mind? He opens a different file. Map of the hospital. Boston Memorial. We have home field advantage there. I know every corridor, every exit. I installed security everywhere. If we set up a meeting there, we control the environment. You want to use your own hospital? Our hospital. He corrects. You work there. You know it as well as I do. Together, we make it the perfect trap. How do we lure your uncle? We make him think you are vulnerable, alone. without protection. But I will not be? No, you will have me. Security team. Federal agents waiting. But he will not know that until it is too late. It is risky, very risky. I know. That is why I need you to be sure. If you have any doubt, we stop now. I think about 3 years of hiding. 3 years of looking over my shoulder. 3 years of not being myself. I do not want 3 more years. I want my life back. Let us do this. We spend the next week planning. Alexander has resources I never imagined. Private investigators. Contacts at the FBI. Military-grade surveillance technology. He maps every detail. Where I will be. Where security team will position. How we will lure his uncle. How we will capture him. It is complex. But he has planned for every contingency. Do you do this professionally? I ask one night while we review plans. I used to, he says. Coordinate operations. Before I left the FBI. You were good at it. He smiles slightly. I still aim. During this week, I learned more about Alexander Sterling. He grew up wealthy. Old money Boston family. But never wanted the family business. Wanted to make a difference. Joined the FBI against his parents' wishes. Worked difficult cases. Made enemies. Including within his own family when he started investigating irregularities. His uncle tried to make him stop. Threats. Bribes. Nothing worked. So the uncle went deeper into crime. And Alexander went deeper into investigation. One evening, as we sit reviewing security footage, I notice him watching me instead of the screens. What? I ask. Nothing, he says. Just thinking about how different you are from what I expected. Different how? In the files, you were numbers and dates, testimony transcripts, photos from surveillance. But here now, you are real. You laugh at terrible jokes. You organize files by color. You hum when you concentrate. All these small things that make you human. That make you you. I am not sure what to say to that. He has seen me at my most vulnerable without me even knowing. Does that bother you? That you watched me without me knowing? He considers. It should bother me. The ethics of it. But I cannot regret it. Because every moment I watched, I was keeping you safe. And I would do it again. Even knowing it makes me sound like a stalker. Even then. Because the alternative was losing you to people who wanted you dead. And I could not let that happen. There is something raw in his voice. Something that goes beyond professional protection. Alexander, I start. But he shakes his head. Not yet. After. When you are safe. Then we can talk about all of this. About what it means. But right now, I need to stay focused. Need to keep you alive. Everything else can wait. Can it? I ask quietly. Can feelings really wait? His jaw tightens. They have to. Because if I let myself feel everything I want to feel right now, I will not be thinking clearly. And you need me thinking clearly. He is right. I know he is. But there is a part of me that wants to push. Wants to demand answers about what this is between us. But I also know that survival comes first. Love, if that is what this is, has to wait. So I nod, and we go back to the plans. But the tension between us has shifted. Become something heavier. Something inevitable. Why do you care so much? I ask one night, about justice. About doing the right thing. He is quiet for a moment. Then says, because when I was 16, my younger brother died. Overdose of controlled medication. Medicine that was incorrectly prescribed by a doctor paid by a corrupt pharmaceutical company. Just like the ones you exposed. I did not know. I am so sorry. He shakes his head. It was a long time ago. But it taught me something. These companies, these people, they do not just break laws. They destroy families, kill innocents. Someone needs to stop them. And I decided it would be me. Tell me about him, I say softly. Your brother. Alexander looks surprised. Nobody asks about him anymore. Everyone wants to forget, move on, but I do not want to forget. His name was David. He was 12 when he died. Bright kid. Loved science. Wanted to be a marine biologist. He had severe migraines. Doctor prescribed him medication that was supposed to help. But the dosage was wrong. Intentionally wrong. Because the pharmaceutical company was running trials, using patients like guinea pigs. David was one of them. How long did it take for him to? 3 months. 3 months of watching my little brother get sicker. Watching my parents trust doctors who were lying to them. I was 16. I did not understand what was happening. I just knew David was in pain. And then one morning he did not wake up. Just like that, gone. The anger in his voice is controlled, buried deep. But I can hear it. What happened after? My parents sued. Settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. Standard confidentiality agreement. They were told they could not talk about what happened. Could not warn other families. The pharmaceutical company kept prescribing the same medication. More kids died. And my parents took the money and stayed quiet. That is when I realized the system was broken. Money mattered more than lives. Silence was bought. Justice was a commodity. Is that why you joined the FBI? To fix the system? To try. But I learned quickly that even the FBI has limitations, politics, bureaucracy. Cases that get dropped because someone powerful makes a phone call. That frustrated me for years. Until I found your case, the pharmaceutical trafficking you exposed. It was connected to the same companies that killed my brother. Different drugs, same corruption. And when I saw you testifying, risking everything to tell the truth, I saw what I wished my parents had done. What I wished I could have done for David. So this is not just about protecting me, I say. This is about David too. He meets my eyes. Yes, you are the sister I never got to save. The truth teller who did what my family could not. Keeping you alive feels like finally doing something right. Like maybe David's death was not completely meaningless if it led me to protect you. I understand now. Understand why he has gone to such extremes. This is not obsession. This is redemption. I reach across the table. Take his hand. I cannot bring your brother back. I know. But you can live. You can be the person who speaks truth and survives. You can be the proof that courage wins sometimes. That is enough for me. We sit like that for a long moment. Hands touching. Understanding passing between us without words. And I realize that whatever happens next, I am not alone in this. We are fighting for something bigger than just my safety. We are fighting for every David who never got justice. This explains so much. Your obsession with the case. With me. You see me like you saw your brother. Algum vitimato pello sistema. I see you as someone who fought against the system. He corrects. My brother did not have a choice. You did, and you chose courage. That is not something I let go easily. I realize we are closer than I planned. Sitting in his office. Late at night, just the two of us. There is something between us. Has been since that first night when he whispered my name. A connection I cannot explain. Alexander, I say softly. Yes? If we do this, if we end your uncle and I am free, what happens after? After? After you live, Elena. Live however you want. Go wherever you want. Be whoever you want, without fear. And you, what do you want? He looks at me, really looks at me. I want to see you happy. That is all I have ever wanted. My heart speeds up. You barely know me. I have known you for 3 years through files and investigations. But you are right. I do not know the real you. The woman in front of me. And I would like to, if you will let me. This is crazy, I whisper. All of this, you mean, this whole situation, I agree, he says, completely insane. But sometimes the best things are. He leans closer. And I realize I want him to kiss me. Want this impossible, crazy connection. But he stops after he says, when you are safe, when this is over, then we can explore whatever this is. But not while you are still in danger. Not while I am still your protector above everything else. He is right, I know he is. But part of me wishes he was not. I lean back. He does the same. We return to the plans. To the files. To the work of keeping us focused. But something changed. There is promise now. Promise of something after. If we survive. The plan goes into action on a Friday. End of my regular shift. Alexander leaks information through channels he knows his uncle monitors. Elena Rossi working alone at Boston Memorial. Night shift, small staff, vulnerable. It is obvious bait. But we bet the uncle's arrogance will make him bite. And he did. Alexander's investigators report movement. Uncle hiring mercenaries. Planning attack. Coming to Boston. Everything moving exactly as Alexander predicted. The night before, I cannot sleep. I lie in the guest room of Alexander's mansion, staring at the ceiling. Tomorrow I will be bait. Tomorrow men with guns will come for me. Tomorrow everything could go wrong. There is a soft knock on my door. Come in, I call. Alexander enters. Still dressed despite the late hour. I thought you might be awake, he says. Cannot sleep either? He sits on the edge of the bed. Keeps respectful distance. But I can see the tension in his shoulders. I keep running through the plan. Checking for holes. Worrying about variables I cannot control. You have checked everything 10 times. It is as solid as it can be. I know. But solid does not mean safe. Elena, if at any point tomorrow you want to abort, you say the word. We call it off. Find another way. Even if your uncle is already there? Even then, your safety matters more than catching him. What if there is no other way? What if this is our only shot? Then we will create another shot. I have unlimited resources, unlimited time, but I only have one you. And I will not risk you for revenge. I sit up. Look at him in the dim light from the hallway. You are scared. I am terrified. Good. That means you will be careful. That means you will not take stupid risks. He runs a hand through his hair. I have run operations before. Coordinated dangerous missions. But I have never had someone I care about in the line of fire. It changes everything. You care about me, I say softly. It is not a question. I have cared about you for 3 years. But now it is different. Now I know you. The real you. And the thought of losing you feels like it would break something fundamental inside me. Alexander, do not, he says. Do not ask me to explain what this is. Not tonight. Not when tomorrow might. He cannot finish. Tomorrow might take one of us. I know. That is why I am asking. Because if something happens, I want to know. Want to understand what this has been. He is quiet for so long I think he will not answer. Then, I fell in love with an idea of you first. The brave woman in testimony transcripts. The witness who would not break. Then I fell in love with the person I watched from afar. The nurse who stayed late to comfort scared patients. Who brought coffee to overworked residents. Who hummed old songs while checking vitals. And now I am in love with you. The real, complicated, beautiful you. And it terrifies me more than any dangerous operation ever has. My breath catches. I should probably not have told you that the night before you walk into danger. But I needed you to know. Needed you to understand that when I am in that control room tomorrow watching monitors, it is not just a mission to me. It is everything. I reach for his hand. Pull him closer. Alexander Sterling, I say yes. I think I am in love with you too. And I think I have been since you whispered my real name while dying in my arms. I think some part of me recognized you even then. Recognized that you were someone worth knowing, worth trusting, worth loving. He closes his eyes, like the words are painful. I want to kiss you. Want it so badly it hurts. Then kiss me. I cannot. If I start, I will not stop. And we both need clear heads tomorrow. So instead, he pulls me into his arms. Holds me. Just holds me. And we sit like that for hours. Not talking, not sleeping. Just being together. Knowing that tomorrow everything changes. One way or another. When dawn comes, we pull apart reluctantly. Time to get ready, he says. Elena? Yes. Come back to me. I will. I promise. Do not make promises you cannot keep. Then I promise to fight like hell to come back to you. How is that? He smiles, barely. That is better. That I can accept. The morning moves in slow motion. I shower. Dress in my scrubs. Act like it is a normal shift. But my hands shake as I tie my shoes. Alexander has already left for the hospital. Gone ahead to set up the control room. Coordinate with federal agents. Run final equipment checks. His security team will drive me. Keep me safe until I walk into the trap we have set. The car ride is silent. Professional men in suits flanking me. Eyes constantly scanning. Looking for threats. We pull up to the hospital. Normal entrance, normal day. Except nothing about this is normal. I walk through doors I have walked through hundreds of times. But today feels different. Heavier. The weight of what is coming pressing down. I check in. Say hello to colleagues. Go through motions. And all the while the earpiece Alexander gave me sits hidden in my ear. His voice comes through. Clear, steady. I am here. I see you. You are doing great. Just normal routine. I let his voice ground me. Remind me I am not alone in this. An hour into my shift, one of the security guards approaches. The one I know is actually an FBI agent. Update, he murmurs. Targets have entered the city. ETA 30 minutes. I nod. Keep working. Keep acting normal. My heart is pounding so hard, I worry patients can hear it. But I smile. Check vitals. Administer medications. Become Lily Harrison, the calm night shift nurse. Even though Elena Rossi is screaming inside. Alexander's voice again. Elena, listen to me. I know you are scared. I can see it in how you are holding your shoulders. But you are the bravest person I know. You have survived 3 years of this fear. You can survive 30 more minutes, and then we end it. Together. I take a breath. Let his confidence steady me. Okay. I am okay. That is my girl. Keep doing what you are doing. I have got you. I have always got you. On the set night, I go to work as normal. But nothing is normal. I can feel the tension. I know there are federal agents positioned throughout the hospital. Alexander's security team disguised as medical staff. Cameras tracking every movement. Alexander himself is in the security control room in the basement. Monitoring everything. He is in my ear through a tiny earpiece. Are you okay? His voice asks. I am okay, I whisper. Remember the plan. Stay in areas covered by cameras. Do not deviate. At the first sign of danger, the team moves. Understood. The first hours of the shift are normal. Patience. Paperwork. Routine. But then an alarm goes off. E section. Emergency door breached. It is them. Alexander's voice is tense.
3 men, armed, moving in your direction.
Stay calm. Team is positioning. My heart beats wildly, but I keep my face neutral. I walk down the corridor as if I do not know. As if I am an innocent nurse on a normal shift. I turn the corner and freeze. There is a man at the end of the corridor.
Expensive suit. Gray hair. Face I recognize from photos in Alexander's files.
His uncle, Marcus Sterling. He smiles when he sees me.
Miss Rossi, we finally meet.
You are on private property, I say, keeping my voice firm. You need to leave. He laughs.
Private property?
Darling, half this hospital was built with my money. Before my traitor nephew stole it. 2 men appear behind him. Armed professionals. Where is Alexander? Marcus asks. Where is the boy who thinks he can stop me? I do not know what you are talking about. Do not lie to me, he snarls. I know he found you. I know he is protecting you. Probably watching right now through those expensive cameras he installed. He looks directly at the camera above. Hi, Alexander. Let us make a deal. Her life for the evidence. Every file you collected on me. Hand it over and she lives. In my ear, Alexander is desperate. Team is 30 seconds out. Hold on. I just need to keep Marcus talking. Why do you do this?
I ask. Drugs. Money. Is it worth ruining lives? Your hands are shaking slightly, but my voice is steady.
You do not understand how the world works, Marcus says. People like you, ordinary people, are pieces. We move you. Use you. Discard you when necessary. You saw something you should not have. That makes you a liability. And I eliminate liabilities. He gestures to the men. Take her. They advance.
I step back, and then everything happens at once. Doors explode open.
Federal agents pour in from all sides. Shouts of police. Guns drawn. Marcus tries to run, but there are agents blocking every exit. His mercenaries drop weapons immediately.
Professionals know when they are outmatched.
Marcus Sterling, a federal agent, shouts, "You are under arrest for drug trafficking, money laundering, attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder."
Marcus looks around, realizes he was caught in a trap.
His eyes find the camera again. Alexander, he snarls.
You think this ends with me? There are others? Bigger than me.
They will come after you. After everyone you love. Then agents take him away. Handcuffed, defeated. It is surreal to watch.
3 years of fear, 3 years of hiding.
And it ends in 3 minutes. But then Marcus stops. Turns back to look at me.
Agent tries to pull him forward, but he resists. You know what the funny thing is, Elena Rossi? He spits my name like poison.
You think you won. You think testifying made you a hero.
But you are just a pawn. Always have been. The people I work for. They do not care about you. You are insignificant. A minor inconvenience. And inconveniences get eliminated. Eventually. One agent shoves him forward. But his words linger. Seeping into my mind like poison. Alexander bursts into the corridor. Ignores everyone else. Comes straight to me. Are you hurt? Did he touch you? No. I am fine. You are not fine. You are shaking.
He puts his hands on my shoulders. Looks into my eyes.
He was trying to scare you. That is what men like him do when they lose. They try to make you afraid even in defeat. Did it work? I ask quietly. Am I supposed to still be afraid?
Always, he says honestly. Fear keeps you alert.
Keeps you safe. But do not let it control you.
Do not let his words make you doubt what you did. You stopped him.
You stopped all of them. That matters. What about the others he mentioned?
The people bigger than him, we will find them, one by one. But tonight?
Tonight you won. Accept that. I nod. Try to let his words sink in. Try to believe that this nightmare might actually be ending.
Federal agents want my statement. Want me to go through everything that happened.
Alexander stays beside me the entire time. His hand on my back.
Steady presence reminding me I am not alone. I tell them everything. From the moment Marcus appeared to the moment they arrested him, they record it all.
Tell me I will need to testify again. That this is just the beginning of a long legal process. But for now, I am safe. The immediate threat is contained. When they finally let me go, it is nearly dawn. Hospital is coming back to life. Day shift arriving. Normal chaos of morning routines. Alexander leads me to a quiet alcove.
Away from everyone. How are you really? He asks. I do not know.
I feel numb. Like it is not real yet. That is normal. Adrenaline crash. It will hit you later. When it does, I will be there.
You do not have to do this alone. I lean against him. Let myself be weak for a moment. I was so scared. I know.
I could see it on the monitors. But you were incredible. You kept in talking. Gave us time to position.
You did everything perfectly. I was terrified he would shoot me before your team got there. Alexander's arms tighten around me. If anything had happened to you, his voice breaks. I cannot even think about it. But nothing did happen. I am here, alive, because of you, because you planned everything, because you protected me. We protected each other. This was teamwork.
I could not have done this without you. Without your knowledge of the hospital.
Your courage, your trust in me.
We did this together.
I pull back to look at him. You look exhausted.
When is the last time you slept? I could ask you the same thing.
I am serious.
You have been running on caffeine and determination for days.
You need rest. After, he says. After I make sure every loose end is tied up. After I verify Marcus is secured.
After I know you are completely safe. Then I will rest. Alexander. Elena.
I am not arguing about this. Not now. Fine. But you are coming home with me to rest. Both of us. He hesitates. I do not think that is a good idea. Why not? Because I meant what I said last night. About not being able to stop if I kiss you.
And right now, with all this adrenaline, with almost losing you, my control is hanging by a thread.
Good, I say and let it snap. What? You heard me. We have been holding back, waiting for the right time, for safety, for certainty. But life does not work that way.
We almost died tonight. Either of us could have. So maybe waiting is the wrong choice. Maybe we should take what we want while we have the chance. Elena, he says warningly, his eyes intense.
I'm not saying this because of adrenaline. I'm saying this because I love you. Because I almost lost you tonight, and I realize that every moment we wait is a moment wasted. So take me home, Alexander Sterling. And stop holding back. Alexander is at my side before I realize. He left the control room and ran. Are you okay? He is checking me looking for injuries. I am okay. I say I'm okay. It is over. Not completely yet, he says. We will need your testimony. There will be a trial. But the dangerous part is over.
Marcus cannot touch you from behind bars. And the others he mentioned? We will deal with them, one at a time. But for now, you are safe.
I realize I am shaking. Adrenaline finally leaving.
Alexander pulls me into a hug.
It is instinctive, protective, and I let myself lean on him, just for a moment. You are amazing, he murmurs into my hair. So brave. I did not feel brave. I felt terrified. Courage is not the absence of fear, he says.
It is acting despite it. And you acted perfectly. In the following days, I give testimony. Formal this time. With proper legal protections. Alexander was right. With Marcus arrested, others start to fall. People who thought they were protected suddenly face justice. The scheme I exposed 3 years ago finally being completely dismantled. And this time I am safe. For the first time in 3 years, I sleep without nightmares. I walk on streets without looking over my shoulder. I live without constant fear. Alexander keeps his distance. Professional, respectful. He promised to wait until I was safe. And he is keeping that promise. But I miss him. I miss the late-night conversations in his office. The way he looked at me as if I were something precious. The connection we started to build. 2 weeks after everything, I go to his house. The same security guard lets me in. He smiles this time. Good to see you again, Miss Rossi. Rossi, not Harrison. I am reclaiming my name, my identity, my life. Alexander is in the same office. Looks surprised when I enter. Elena, I thought you were avoiding me. I say. I needed time to process everything. And now I am ready. To explore whatever this is between us. He stands, walks to me. Are you sure? You have been through so much. I do not want to pressure you. You are not pressuring. I am choosing. For the first time in 3 years, I am making a choice I want, not from fear. Not from survival, but because I want to. He smiles. That genuine smile I have seen only a few times. So what do you want, Elena Rossi? I want dinner. I want conversations. I want to know the real man, not just the protector. I want to see if this connection we feel is real or just adrenaline and circumstance. That seems reasonable, he says. Although I should warn you, I already know it is real. At least for me. How can you know? Because I spent 3 years learning about you. And everything I learned made me admire you more. Now I have a chance to actually know you. That is not something I take lightly. Our first date is simple dinner. Small Italian restaurant in North End. Nothing fancy. Just us. Talking. Learning about each other beyond files and danger. I discover he loves old movies, that he plays piano, that he is terrible at cooking, that he has dry humor that catches me off guard. He discovers I love reading, that I make terrible jokes, that I cry at dog commercials, that I dream of traveling to places I never allowed myself to consider when I was hiding. Dates turn into weeks, weeks into months. It is strange, wonderful. Scary. Building a relationship without danger hanging over us. Learning to trust someone completely. Letting walls down. He is patient. Always patient. When I have bad days where old paranoia returns, he is there. When I need space, he gives it. When I need reassurance, he holds me. 1 month in, I wake up screaming. Nightmare. Marcus standing over me. Gun pointed. But instead of federal agents bursting in, nobody comes. He shoots. I die alone. Alexander is beside me before I fully wake. Hey, I've got you. You are safe. It was just a dream. I am shaking, sweating, heart racing. He pulls me against his chest. Feel my heartbeat, he says. Steady. Real. You are here. With me. Not there. Not in danger. You are safe. I cling to him. Let his calm wash over me. The nightmares come less frequently now. But they still come. 2 months in, we have our first real fight. It starts over something stupid. I want to go back to work. Full-time at the hospital. He thinks it is too soon. You almost died there. Traumatic associations. Give it more time. I am a nurse. I argue. It is what I do. Who I am. I cannot just stop because something bad happened there. Something bad almost happened to you there. Can you understand why that place gives me nightmares? This is not about you. It is about me. My career, my choices. I know. And I support your choices. But can you blame me for wanting you safe? We go in circles, getting nowhere. Frustration building. Until finally I say, you do not own me, Alexander. You saved my life, protected me. I am grateful. But that does not mean you get to control what I do now. He stops, looks at me. You are right. I am sorry. I have been treating you like someone who needs protection, not like someone who can make her own decisions. Old habits. I spent 3 years watching over you. It is hard to turn that off. I soften. I know. And I appreciate that you care. But I need to live my life, not hide from it. Even if it scares you. Especially if it scares you. Because I cannot live in fear forever. I tried that. It did not work. He nods. Then you should go back to work. If that is what you want. Thank you. But I am installing panic buttons in every room you work in, and keeping security nearby. Not to control you, but to give myself peace of mind. I can accept that. Good. Because I am not completely letting go of the protective instincts, just learning to balance them with respect for your autonomy. It is a work in progress. Aren't we all? We smile. Tension breaking. And that is how we learn. Fight. Communicate. Compromise. Build something real together. 3 months in, I meet his family. His mother is elegant. Cold. Clearly disapproves of me. You are the witness, she says. Not a question. Statement. I am Elena Rossi, yes. The one who destroyed our family's reputation. Your brother-in-law destroyed your family's reputation by trafficking drugs. I just told the truth about it. She sniffs. So quick to judge. You do not understand the complexities of business. I understand that people died. That is not complex. That is murder. Alexander intervenes. Mother Elena is my guest. You will treat her with respect. Or what, Alexander? Or I will walk out of this dinner and you will not see me again. Choose. She backs down. Barely, but the rest of the meal is tense. Awkward silences. Pointed comments. His father is quieter. Watching. Assessing. As we leave, he pulls Alexander aside. I can hear them talking in low voices. You are sure about this girl? She is not a girl. She is a woman. And yes, I am sure. She will never fit into our world. I do not want her to fit into your world. I want her to be herself, in my world, our world. Whatever we build together. His father is quiet. Then, your brother would have liked her. David? Yes. He always rooted for the underdogs. For people who spoke truth even when it cost them. She reminds me of him. In that way. Alexander's voice cracks slightly. Thank you for saying that. Take care of her, son. I plan to. In the car ride home, Alexander apologizes. I am sorry about my mother. She is, I know, difficult. That is a kind word for it. I laugh. It is okay. I did not expect them to welcome me with open arms. I am the woman who helped put their family member in prison. No, he corrects. You are the woman who stopped a criminal, who saved lives. If they cannot see that, it is their failure, not yours. I reach for his hand. Your father mentioned David. He did. What did he say? That David would have liked you. That you remind him of my brother. In the best ways. I squeeze his hand. I wish I could have known him. Me too. I think you two would have gotten along. Both stubborn. Both determined to do the right thing no matter the cost. Both braver than you think you are. I am not brave. Neither was David, but he acted brave when it mattered. Just like you. That is all any of us can do. We ride in silence for a while. Then he says, "Thank you. For what?" "For trying with my family." I know it was not easy. For you, I say. I would do much harder things than have an awkward dinner. 6 months after Marcus's arrest, I'm standing in court. Final testimony. Marcus Sterling faces 20 years in prison. His accomplices too. The judge thanks me for my courage. Says my testimony saved countless lives. That justice was served. When I leave the courthouse, Alexander is waiting. How do you feel? He asks. Free, I say. For the first time in years, I feel completely free. He smiles. So what shall we do to celebrate? I want to show you something, I say. I take him to Boston Memorial, to the wing that was recently renovated. He paid for the renovation, of course, but did not know what I had requested. We stop in front of a new plaque. He reads aloud. Elena Rossi Wing. For courage in the face of fear. Your name, he says softly. My name, I confirm. No longer hidden, no longer ashamed. My real name in a public place. Because I am not afraid anymore. Elena, he says, turning me to him. These 6 months have been the best of my life. Getting to know you, really know you. It is more than I deserved. You deserve everything, I say. You gave me my life back. There is something I want to ask. But if it is too soon, I will understand. What is it? Move in with me. To my house in Beacon Hill, or we buy one together. Or anywhere you want. I just want to wake up every day knowing you are safe. Happy. With me. It is crazy, I say, but I am smiling. It has always been crazy, he agrees. Since the moment I bought an entire hospital just to be near you. But sometimes crazy is good. Sometimes crazy is exactly right. Yes, I say, yes, I will live with you. Because you are right. This is crazy. But it is our kind of crazy. And I would not change anything. He kisses me then. Right there in the hospital corridor. Where it all started. Where I saved his life and he saved mine in ways I never imagined. It is perfect, it is real, it is ours. When we pull apart, there is a nurse passing by. She smiles at us. About time, Miss Rossi. Everyone knew you two were perfect for each other. Except you two. 6 months after that, we are renewing vows. No, we did not marry before, but Alexander insists it is a renewal. Because in every moment that mattered, he had already chosen to protect me. Love me. Stand by my side. So this is just making it official. Small ceremony. Close friends. Hospital colleagues. Some federal agents who helped with the case. My family I had not seen in years. Safe now to come back into my life. When it is my turn to make vows, I look at this man. This impossible man who bought a hospital. Who took a bullet. Who waited patiently while I figured out how to trust again. Alexander Sterling, I say, you came into my life in the most impossible way. As a dying patient. As a secret CEO. As a protector I never knew I needed. You gave me safety when I thought it impossible. You gave me choice when I felt I had none. You gave me love when I forgot how to accept it. I promised to spend the rest of my life being brave enough to love you completely. To trust you completely. To build a life that is ours, not shaped by fear or danger, but by choice. Because you taught me that the best things in life are worth the risk. And you, Alexander Sterling, are worth every risk. There are tears in his eyes when I finish. He wipes them away. Then makes his own vows. Elena Rossi, he says, I spent 3 years looking for you. But I did not know I was looking for this. For love, for partnership, for a woman who would be my equal in every way. You are stronger than anyone I have met, braver, more compassionate. And I am luckier than I deserve that you chose me. I promised to spend the rest of my life proving I was worthy of that choice. Protecting you, yes, but also being protected by you.
Because I learned that real love is not about one person saving another.
It is about saving each other. Repeatedly. In all the small ways that matter. When we kiss as husband and wife, everyone applauds. But I barely notice. All I see is him. All I feel is gratitude for this impossible path that brought us here. From emergency room to altar. From secrets to truth. From fear to love. Later at the reception, I am standing with hospital colleagues. They are joking about how we started. Remember when you saved his life? One says, and he was so obviously in love immediately. Another adds, I was unconscious, Alexander protests, joining us.
Exactly, the nurse says.
And you were still in love. Everyone laughs, including me, because she is right. Somehow, impossibly, we were meant for this. From that first moment in the emergency room, when I did not know who he was, when he whispered my real name, when everything changed.
Later, when the party ends and it is just Alexander takes me to the window.
We look at Boston stretched below, the city that became ours.
What are you thinking about?
He asks. I am thinking about 3 years ago, I say. When I entered witness protection, when I changed my name. I thought I was losing my life, losing everything, but I was wrong. I was just starting, a journey that brought me here. To you, to this. So you do not regret it? What you witnessed, entering protection, even with all the fear and pain? Never, I say. Because without that, I would not have this. I would not have you. And you are worth everything. He pulls me close, kisses my hair. Promise me something, he whispers. Anything.
Promise that no matter what comes, we will face it together. No secrets, no hiding.
Just us, honest and present with each other. I promise, I say. Because it is a promise I can make. A promise I want to make.
He started as my patient, was revealed as my protector, became my choice.
And this time, when I say my real name, it is not because I am running. It is because I am finally home. I look at him, this man who risked everything, and realize that sometimes the most impossible stories are the truest ones. Sometimes the person who saves your life is the same one who teaches you how to live it. And sometimes, just sometimes, crazy impossible love is exactly the right kind. The kind worth waiting for. The kind worth fighting for. The kind worth every moment of fear and doubt because it leads to something real. Something lasting. Something ours. And as I stand in his arms, looking at our city, I know I found what I was looking for without knowing it. I found home, not in a place, but in a person. In choice. In love that was earned through courage and trust and willingness to be vulnerable. This is our story. And it is only beginning. Sometimes the people who save us are not the ones we expect. Sometimes they are the ones who see us when we are invisible, who protect us when we do not even know we need protecting, who wait patiently while we learn to trust again. Alexander taught me that love is not about grand gestures, although buying a hospital comes pretty close. It is about the small moments. The steady presence. The willingness to let someone be afraid and still choose them anyway. I thought courage meant never being scared. But real courage is being terrified and showing up anyway. It is letting someone see all your broken pieces and trusting they will not cut themselves on the edges. It is choosing love even when fear whispers that running is safer. And sometimes, just sometimes, the life you thought you lost is actually the life you were always meant to find. The end. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this story. If it reached your heart, even just a little, do not leave without letting me know. A simple heart in the comments is enough. And if you want to feel more stories like this, stories about love that survives everything, Make sure to subscribe to Dramora Stories. Every story here is a reminder that running sometimes leads us home. And maybe that is true for you too.